Members of the GraceLife Church located in Spruce Grove, Alberta are still stunned that Alberta Health Services and the RCMP have changed the locks, erected fences, essentially shutting down their church. The province says with rising COVID-19 cases, they had to make the drastic move to protect people in the community. The church has been in violation of public health orders for quite some time. John Carpe is the president of the Justice Centre for Constitutional Freedoms, and he's representing the church's senior pastor, James Coates, who's going on trial for breaching those health orders on May the 3rd. John, let me ask you something. Does the province have the legal right to change locks and erect fencing to keep people away from GraceLife Church?
The Alberta government, under the Public Health Act, does have the right to enforce the health orders, and that can include closing down places, closing down churches. However, in this situation, the Alberta government is fully aware of the fact that the health orders are being challenged in court for violating the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And under these circumstances, when the government knows that these health orders might not be valid under the Constitution, this is a very ruthless, aggressive, and draconian enforcement that is totally unjustified in these circumstances.
Do we know if GraceLife Church has actually had an outbreak of COVID-19 cases?
They've been meeting every Sunday for the past 37 weeks, and there have not been any outbreaks of COVID. They did very tragically have a lockdown death because a member of the congregation, because of lockdowns, could not get timely medical treatment and passed away. And then way back in July of 2020, when they did have one or two individuals that tested positive for COVID, they closed the church for 2 weeks. But in the past 37 weeks, there are just not any outbreaks of COVID there.
GraceLife senior pastor James Coates, who spent just over a month in jail, is going to trial for not adhering to the provincial health orders. How is the defense coming along? And if he's found guilty, could he spend more time behind bars?
He would not be going back into jail. The trial is set for Monday, May 3rd. And unfortunately, the Alberta government is now asking for an adjournment, claiming that even after 13 months of lockdowns, they need more time to assemble their medical and scientific evidence to justify the lockdowns. Because when Pastor Coates and GraceLife Church go to trial on May 3rd, it will be the government's health orders that will be on trial, because we are challenging the constitutionality of the health orders, saying that they're not scientific, they're not based on medical science. And the government, after locking us down for 13 months, is saying, oh, no, we need to postpone this trial in May because we just don't have enough time to put our evidence together.
That was John Carpe, president of the Justice Centre for Constitutional Freedoms, joining me from Calgary.